This is a rebuttal or a clarification video for my good friend Matt McFarland. So let's go back to College Hill. And when I was developing the College Hill project, I went to Ron Robb and I asked him to allow me to put the campus shopping center in the TIF district. So that would allow me to be able to purchase this property under the TIF. And he said, well, what's the advantage of that? Well, because I can afford to pay 2 times the appraised value and still make the numbers work to have a development there. So you can walk away with twice the cash of what it's worth today. And then I've got the ability to go in and use the TIF to buy the real estate. And I could use it to relocate the existing tenants. I could use it to do the demolition, get new utilities, you know, everything that's at the ground level. And Ron Robb said, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, but look, I said, I'll tell you what, I need that real estate. I said, Quick Shop is undersized, you know, but if you look at the Quick Shop down at Topeka Boulevard and 17th Street, that was the Quick Shop that I would have had there at the campus shopping center, because Quick Shop had already had that in their plans, and the Quick Shop was willing to go in there and make that deal. So as far as me being able to deal with Brady Robb when it comes to Brookwood or any other business, I think that die got cast with his dad. So, you know, Brady's a great guy and I would like to work with him. And I've been in the shopping center business day to day, not as much lately day to day, but since 1983. But, you know, everybody can make a comeback. So, and I'm making mine. My reference to Brookwood in regards to Ghetto Dillons, the analogy got a little different. So what happened in the Ghetto Dillons is you had a store that was crime-ridden due to it being in one of the worst neighborhoods in Topeka, Kansas. I think the police department calls it the box. And being in the box is probably worse than being in the barrel. It's a bad deal. But when it comes to Brookwood, my analogy is, yeah, from when I was living at 2900, I've since moved back to Switzerland on the Shunga. As you can see, I got some renovations to do around here. I still office out of 2900, and I'm still redeveloping 2900, Mac Vicker. But that store is the smallest now Dillons in town. And it's not as well merchandised as 29th and Fairlawn, as 29th in California, and 29th in Urish. You know, come to think of it, Dillons has got 29th. Boom. But seriously, it's a merchandising issue. And over time, that will be the Achilles heel to that store. It will only be a matter of time where they're trying to figure out, how do we get the same size footprint in that area? Just like the Quick Shops, you know. So you shouldn't go around calling the people that live out in California, at 29th in California, a bunch of thugs. I mean, that's just bad. I mean, all the thugs are down by Ghetto Dillons. Seriously. But actually, the demographics out at 29th in California are quite good. The numbers out there are phenomenal. And Dillons had every need to put that new store there at that location. So you got to break some eggs, man, to make an omelet. And I'm going to tell my opinion, but but I'm going to tell my opinion from a justifiable standpoint. I'm not just going to say, well, that's my neighborhood and you shouldn't be talking down. And, and if I never make a deal with Brady Robb, well, that'll be a shame. Brady's a great guy, but look at Brookwood overall. I'll tell you what, that Pigskins, though, is pumping some life into Brookwood. What a good tenant there. But that's my opinion, and this is America. And just because I've been in the real estate business for so long, it doesn't mean I know anything about anything. I'm talking to you from a consumer standpoint. From a consumer standpoint, I would walk in. Hello, Charlie Wilson. Put your feet up here. I would walk into the Dillons at Brookwood, and I couldn't find as much good stuff as you can find at 29th and Fairlawn, or 21st and Fairlawn. Hell, I don't even know my own city. But look at 21st. Look at those three stores: 29th in Urish, 21st in Fairlawn, and 29th in California. They got the delis. They are 10 times better merchandise store. They're larger. So anyway, I've rambled on too much. I think it's time to maybe call it a day. I don't even know where 21st and Fairlawn is. Oh, well, let's talk about 29th and Fairlawn. I do know where 21st and Fairlawn, but I do know that is where the Dillons is. But let's talk about 29th and Fairlawn real quick, because there's a great project on the books over here that would go in if we could get the road at 37th and Gage, because we've got to take pressure off of the intersection at 29th and Fairlawn. So if we can get some more east-west traffic to the south, it'll be easier for them to develop the project here, because you can't afford to put more development here at this corner because it's choked today. What they really need to do is, man, whoever designed that with the crayons at KDOT, God bless them, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You need to put that road on the other side of the interstate, on the south side of 470, when you're coming down 29th, to use that to hop on the interstate. But you gotta get 21st or 37th and Gage connecting to 41st and Fairlawn. You'll have access to all those lots out at Lawrence Bay that sit there vacant, and it will just create better flow in the community. That's just my opinion. Anyway, have a good night. Henry McClure.